Well, good evening, everyone. I just picked up the OnePlus 12R and just wanted to give you an unboxing here. So I did pre-order this to get the $100 that would come off the normal price as well instead of waiting for launch. I am a previous OnePlus owner. I have owned a OnePlus 3 two times and a OnePlus 6T after those two. And then I switched over to my current iPhone, the SE2. Excuse the light reflection there. But after that, um, now I'm back to OnePlus with the 12R. So I did select standard shipping. And unfortunately, I would compare it with the 6T, but I turned that in as well for a trade-in bonus. But this is my box that I did receive for it. Just regular USPS priority mail. So there you go here. And I did order not just the phone, but I'll show you a couple things that I got in the box. I did open the box already just to make sure that I received all the contents that I did order, but we'll go through it. Okay. So here's pretty much everything as it came in. There was no additional like pushing in package or anything like that. So just so that you see it there. So here we have the box for the 12R. Okay. Got a couple stickers over here on each side. Again, sorry for the glare, the reflection. Let's set that over here for now. Pretty nice box. I did also order the Buds 3. I had the previous wireless. Um, Actually, let me see if I can pull that up over here on my OnePlus account. Just to compare it to what I had ordered previously. So, excuse the brightness here. So, what I had before were the OnePlus Bullets Wireless, is what was the name? It was basically wireless that draped off the neck and would magnetize to hold it together on your neck until you separated it, and then the Bluetooth would connect. I did like it, but they, at least to my immediate recollection, they kind of like maybe after a couple years or maybe year three, they were slow to connect, or they just had some connection issues, and I pretty much just threw it away, to be honest. Except for the OnePlus 6T, that actually held up, but it did the usual thing for pretty much my iPhones in the past and Androids in the past. That it just started slowing down after a few years, maybe year three, year four. Um, it can't handle the same task, like completely running on navigation from like state to state, so to speak. Excuse me. I have a mint in my mouth. So to continue with the unboxing here, have my order summary. So I did order the OnePlus 12R, the 256 gigabyte model, and 16 gigs of RAM under the cool blue. I do have a sandstone bumper case, which is the last thing that should be here, which got its own little package here. Nothing else in the box. And as I mentioned before, the OnePlus Buds 3, which also comes in splendid blue. And some service information that's in the back there. And we'll take out this package here for the case. So I did plan on doing this today is Sunday, but I did plan on doing this actually yesterday to get started, but I don't know. I seem to have a little bit of an attachment to my iPhone that I'm not quite ready to make that jump yet. So I may take this other another week with the iPhone before I switch again, or at least take out my SIM card and all that because it is completely unlocked. So let me put these to the side first and open up the phone. And I wish I kept the tool on me for this. I hate to have to get up and walk back. Let me see if I have something here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll be able to peel it. Excuse my melodrama. Okay. So appreciate your time here. Thanks for waiting. So see if I get enough. Oh yeah. Okay. That's enough here. Almost had everything fall out. So first thing first, company slogan, never settle. I thought they did after the 7, but turns out with the 12, I say they made a comeback. I do plan on doing another review after I kind of commit to it as my daily driver. That'll be a little more in depth. At least I plan on it. No promises. So we have a thank you card here, your quick safety guide, or your quick guide, then your safety guide, some stickers, membership card, and your SIM punch. And I believe the membership card, let's see here. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that because I believe that. Well, actually, I don't know when the membership started. I don't believe it started with what I had previously, as far as um, my previous phone, my 6T. So it must have started somewhere in between. So there's the intro guide. Here's the phone in itself. So here's the package wrap that it comes in. And actually, before we do that, sorry, I don't mean to be a tease, but going to get to the charger here. I'll show you this brick. This is pretty big. And I believe it's the 80 watt because we don't get the 100 here. Yep, 80 max. It does mention it here. I believe the Europeans get the, or any other market gets the 100. And then here's your cable for it. So actually, as a comparison for brick to brick, let me pull out the one that's for the iPhone. Or at least I may have gotten this with a tablet, with an iPad, but just to give you a bit of a size comparison here. Let me turn off this light here. Maybe that helps a bit. So, so excuse my camera work or lack thereof. But there, there's a bit of a comparison here. So it's significantly bigger, taller, wider, thicker, however you wish to put it. Okay. And let's place this back here and get to the phone itself. So here's the unveiling. Thank you for waiting. Feels slippery already. Okay. This is shiny. Wow. It definitely has those curved edges. So holding it next to my iPhone here. Excuse my grease marks. Messing with this thing. Let's see here. So, yep. Talking 5 inches versus 6. I forgot the actual dimensions, but of course, many websites will cover that, but this is just so that you kind of get a feel in the hand. So I've always kind of preferred 5-inch phones, but with my OnePlus 6T, I was fairly comfortable with it. But what I have to get used to is getting around, at least first thing that I could feel is getting around um, the camera hump as far as my finger placement, getting a good grip on it. But it feels pretty nice. It feels quality. So that being said, I do miss having the slide alert feature. But everything feels pretty textured as far as like ridges for some of the touch points. Not on this side for the volume and the power button, but I wish they had put this little texture here. Hopefully the camera could pick it up a bit versus the smoothness on the buttons on this side. And kind of the texture that goes around the glass here. But maybe that's a feature on the regular 12. Hmm, okay, got a SIM tray on the bottom. That may have been the same as before. Just checking out certain things here, how they're placed. And if I plan on bringing up the IR blaster, see if it, you know, works well with my electronics in the home. So now I'll go into that in the more in-depth review. Yeah, I plan on doing. But here's your unboxing. Just gonna do a test function to see if it turns on. Yep. So just make sure that there. Just gonna take a look at the startup there. Okay. Starts with the all too familiar hello. Oof. This might not come up. Oh well, too bright, but it is bright. I'll give it that. Yeah, that might have showed there. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you catch it there. But let's go ahead and open up the buds and see how that looks. So why did I pick the R versus the regular 12? I have zero devices that are being charged wireless. And my phone, no, excuse me, my car does not support wireless charging. And I just haven't invested into having um, setups around the home for wireless charging, which may have been more convenient for me if I was still working at home. But since working at home for me is pretty sporadic, that's not going to work for me to just convert to wireless, even for sake of just getting rid of cords. So that was one big reason. The other big thing was that as far as AI features are concerned, I am not a power user or someone that I have to be first in line for the latest tech. Even as far as if I'm given the option between using the Chrome browser or even on pretty much any other device that requests of me to use AI features, including with Microsoft, I decline just because I have no real need of trying to interact with AI at this point. If I want to answer, I just want it straightforward, not like I'm chatting with, you know, someone that is trying to represent themselves as a human being, for lack of better terms. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the fastest way to get this open without breaking anything. So, excuse my smooth brain here. Hmm. I made the mistake of cutting my nails, but here we go. Okay, so the bud case is very compact. So I'll say that I don't have my I should have brought my iPods over here. I have the iPro I no, excuse me, the AirPod Pro, if I'm even saying the name of it correctly. When it comes to the wireless earbuds for Apple, I feel like I'm always saying it wrong. Okay, so they are called the AirPods Pro. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. This is significantly smaller. Excuse me. And the glare comes up pretty hard on it too. Let's try this again. Yeah. Well, you win some, you lose some when it comes to lighting, at least so far. But yeah, pretty compact. It almost feels like, yeah, even the way it opens and closes reminds me of like um cases for like rings. But here you go. Very pretty. So I'm not gonna take these out just yet, but these are. It feels like quality already. Let's see what else is behind this here. So it comes with its own cable. Apple would never. Just kidding. Kind of, sort of. So here are the other tips here. I'm not going to break that open just yet. And your user guide and your user guide safety and warranty. So that's everything in a nutshell here. I think the only thing I have left at this point is the case. So let me just quickly try to get this back together. Let's get back to here. But I will say the phone feels very modern. If I had to compare it with anything, it feels like what I would expect from the feel of the latest Samsung phones. At least that's just like my initial impression. Like if I would easily suspect that someone would confuse this for one of the S series models, maybe even a Note. Now I'm trying to think of my six, some even my, and this is just kind of like how like phones go. But even when I had my 6T, it would get confused for an iPhone. I'm like, what iPhone do you see comes in purple? Or in my case, it was I think it was Thunder Purple was the full name of it. Yeah, Thunder Purple. So sorry, I was gonna try to turn this off, but I'll fool with it later. Maybe I was holding the wrong button. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I get sidetracked a little bit. But all right, let's check out the case here. Okay. So if there was anything I would say was a letdown of the experience so far was not having a color matching case available. But that being said, this sandstone case feels very nice. Actually, funny enough, it kind of does what I kind of criticized for my D brand case for my iPhone was that I wish the logo and the texturing, um, probably not the felt that comes with it because it would collect a lot of dust, but I wish they put at least the logo on the back end because the back end is just flat. It's just plain. And excuse the glue there. That was for my Funko Pop that I had here. Is it Funko Pop? I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Funko Pops, I think, are completely different. Pop Socket. Wow. Bad brain. Excuse me. But like I was saying, I wish D brand had kind of done this reverse thing and not only put the logo on the back, but also put the material like on the inside here. It's comparable on the outside here. Some smooth, um, you know, nothing to write home about. Um, Plastic, but at least on the back end, this feels like something you want to touch, kind of like a soft sandpaper kind of feel, which works for me. Um, if you ever watch one of my videos for my MMP grips, I'm a big fan of like sandpaper type, sandpaper type textures. So this feels nice to me. Probably feels nicer than how it looks. It's probably the best way to just describe it all together. And let's just do a quick fit test. Oh yeah, it's pretty well designed. It leaves just enough on the edges for anything that kind of rolls over, which I'm not too bothered about. I know some people are, but I'm not one of them. But buttons feel very good, and I still say overall it's not bad. Now it just looks like a straight up generic black phone, but that's okay. But I say overall, I'm happy for my money. If you want to know some pricing here, excuse the flashbang, but at least as it stood right now, the phone was 600. The um, the Buds 3 that was 100, and the case was 20. Now that's not exactly what I paid, and I don't mind giving a breakdown of some of the. Uh, Excuse me a second here. I'm trying to get the buds out one more time. I don't mind giving a breakdown of some of the discounts that I was able to um, get together. So, let's do this here. So once again, the buds. So excluding my trade-in, which I did get $100 off of, as well as a $60 bonus that was on my 6T at the time. Um, or actually, I should say the bonus is technically 150 because they said the estimated value of the phone was $10. Just in case if anybody else wishes to know. But at least for me, and hopefully this doesn't come across with my personal information that I just scrolled past. But my total savings off the subtotal of $720 came out to $230. That was between a discount code that I found that removed $30. The pre-order discount was $40, which I thought it would have been 100, but maybe I misquoted myself there, or maybe it was just 100 off of um, the phone in itself, starting at 500, and then oh, actually, it would have been 400. It started at 500 because I got the 256 gig model versus the 128, and then the 160 that was off of my um, previous phone. So my grand total, including tax, came out to $230, 229, but it's okay. So just in case if that works out for you, and if you're looking at it, I say that I'm already happy with the unboxing and how it presents itself. Again, I'll take some time um, once I'm making my daily driver fully and provide a more in-depth review on what's it like to live with on a daily basis. If there's any practical difference between using my iPhone, which currently right now is not as seamless of an experience as most things in the Apple ecosystem would seem to be. I do have an Apple TV. It has the remote, so that's not a big deal, but being able to use the remote feature on the phone should have been something that I would presume to be seamless, and it's not. Most of the time when I do try to get it to work, it's very, how can I put it, off and on. It it it's pretty finicky, I should say. And I kind of had the same issue kind of with the Roku app with my OnePlus 6T on working on my TV that's in my room that does have Roku. So at least with the 12R, we're going to be trying that over again, seeing how compatible it is with the native apps. Of course, this may be different, including with updates, since newer phone, it may play better with it. So I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. But besides that, I pretty much will say that's it for now. Thank you for sticking around for this way longer than it should be video. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, throw it in the comment section. I'll be glad to respond. Thank you for your time again. Feel free to skip around if you need to for any points that I've touched. But I'll be doing a follow-up video hopefully in the next couple of months or so. We'll see how it goes. Still got to do my taxes. Trying to put that off, but I shouldn't. And again, thank you for your time. Have a good one. Stay safe. Peace.